They say, misery loves company. And tonight, the league's two loneliest franchises meet under the dim lights of Camden Yards, each trying to convince themselves that this season still matters. The White Sox, dead last in the AL Central, just broke a 3-game skid with a rare road explosion in Queens. 12 hits, 9 runs, and a soul-rattling performance from Benintendi. But behind the box score is a deeper ache. They're not chasing the postseason. They're running from shame. Sean Burke takes the mound again, 3-5 with a 4.33 ERA, but don't let that home win against Texas fool you. On the road, he's 0-3 with a 4.81 ERA and a vulnerability to the long ball. He's already surrendered 9 homers this season, and tonight he faces a lineup that has belted 60. Enter Baltimore. This team's season is unraveling in slow motion. 2 blown leads against the Cardinals this week reminded us what Orioles fans already know. Their team forgets how to finish. But here's the twist. Zach Eflin, their opening day starter, is back. And at home, he's a different man. 3-1, 2.35 ERA. Efficient, methodical, until the ball leaves the yard. He's allowed 9 homers in just 33 innings. These are not polished clubs. These are wounded ones. And wounded teams swing hard. The Orioles have gone over the total in 3 of Eflin's last 5 starts. The White Sox, 4 of their last 5. Each has bullpen cracks, defensive miscues, and just enough pop to make mistakes expensive. This isn't about winning a division. This is about pride. Desperation has a rhythm, and tonight it sounds like leather on lumber. And today's AI pick is over 7.5, because both these pitchers are bombs waiting to detonate, because both lineups, flawed as they are, know this is one of the few nights where scoring isn't optional, it's expected. You want precision? Look elsewhere. You want chaos, heartbreak, and fireworks in the twilight of 2 broken seasons? Then tune in. Krista Worthington reporting from the shadows, and I've seen this kind of sadness before. It doesn't end quietly. Rockies versus Mets. Coming up next.
They come to New York beaten and bruised, dragging the weight of 47 losses behind them. The Colorado Rockies are not just a struggling team. They are a cautionary tale. A monument to what happens when talent is left untended and hope is left unrewarded. But Citi Field is no sanctuary. Tonight they walk into a fortress guarded by the sharpest blades in baseball. David Peterson stands at the gate, a left-hander once haunted by inconsistency, now re-engineered into a machine of efficiency. 10 starts, a 2.79 ERA, a walk rate trimmed with surgical focus, and here at home, he has been near immaculate. Just 1 home run allowed in 6 starts. This is not the man you want to meet when your team is hitting .218 and slugging .354, but that is exactly who the Rockies must face. Colorado's offense, if you dare to call it that, ranks dead last in nearly every metric that matters. They score 3.2 runs per game. Their OBP is the worst in baseball. Their record on the road is a disaster of biblical proportions. 3 wins, 25 losses. They are not just losing, they are dissolving. And behind Kyle Freeland, the collapse only deepens. He brings in 0-7 record and a 5.86 ERA into enemy territory. His command, shaky, his confidence, fragile. And against a Mets team that strikes out less than almost anyone in the league while drawing walks with discipline, this is a mismatch of divine proportions. The Mets aren't perfect, but they are methodical. They allow fewer runs than any team in the sport. Their bullpen bleeds ice, and they know how to bury a weaker opponent without emotion. Tonight is not about mercy. It's about message. And today's AI pick is Mets 1.5. Because this is where stability meets surrender. Because Freeland may survive the first few innings, but Peterson will make sure there's nothing left when the sun sets on Queens. This isn't baseball. This is an execution. Abaddon has spoken. Giants versus Marlins. Coming up.
Elvis, you feel that humidity? That ain't just Miami heat. That's warning weather. Giants rolling in after getting broomed by Detroit, thinking this one's just a tune-up. But I've seen what happens when a road favorite gets too comfortable in a park like this. Kyle Harrison's back on the hill. Lefty. Still wet behind the ears. Just his second start this year. Strikeouts look sharp, sure. But 9 innings don't tell you a damn thing about poise under pressure. And he's facing a lineup that just dropped 16 runs on San Diego like they owed him money. You see Quantrill on the bump for Miami? That ERA still smells like gasoline, 6.09. But this month, he's settled in. Only 1 earned last outing, but he didn't make it out of the 4th. He's skating. And that pen behind him? ERA's north of 480. Whip just shy of 150. That ain't depth, that's kindling. Now here's the tempo, Elvis. Giants are under machines lately. 9-1 to the under last 10. But that's because they've been stranded in quiet parks against cooler arms. This one? This is a spark trap. All it takes is a few early cracks and the bullpen doors start swinging. You ever seen a fire start in a steel box, Elvis? You don't hear it. You feel it. Slow burn, then pop. Same thing here. Giants don't hit well on the road, but this Marlins staff hands out chances like it's charity week. And if Miami's offense keeps swinging free, Harrison won't get time to figure it out. History says under. Logic says over. And AI? It's got no emotion. Just the math. And today's AI pick is over 8.5. Because Harrison's not ready for chaos. Because Quantrill's leash is short. And because both bullpens got holes the size of Florida sinkholes. This one might look slow in the first, but by the 6th, you'll see the sparks. We see it coming. Malachi and Elvis. Silent and sharp. Angels versus Guardians. Coming up.
Progressive Field holds no illusions tonight. 2 teams enter with identical rhythms, 4.1 runs per game, league average production, and matching. 500 records in their last 10. But the resemblance ends there. The Angels are loud, 3rd in the majors in home runs. But underneath the thunder is decay. A 224 batting average. A bullpen ranked 24th in holds. And a defense that converts outs at the 26th worst rate in baseball. This is not a team built to endure, it is built to gamble. Jose Soriano takes the mound. His ERA looks sharp at 3.73, but the whip tells the truth, 1.53. He puts traffic on the bases. 30 walks in 62 innings. That is not control, that is volatility. Cleveland walks differently. They rank 23rd in batting average and slugging, yet they find ways to win. They close games with discipline, 2nd best save rate in the majors. Their bullpen doesn't shake, and Luis Ortiz, while imperfect, brings a steadier presence than his numbers suggest. He's not flashy, but he gets you to the 6th with a lead. And for Cleveland, that's enough. They're home, they're even, and they're structurally sound in the areas that matter most: relief, contact avoidance, and situational defense. The line favors Cleveland. The public may chase the long ball, but wisdom is found in balance, not noise. And today's AI pick is Guardians ML, because Ortiz will not need to be perfect, only dependable. Because Soriano walks the edge too often. And because this game, like all games, is not decided by potential, but by proof. The Guardians will not overpower. They will suffocate. This is control. This is timing. This is what a quiet cover looks like. Natas has seen this finish. Twins versus Mariners, coming up.
Seattle's skyline always felt like a mirage. Beautiful, towering, but fleeting. 1 minute they're scoring in bunches. Next minute, they're silent. Shut out twice in 8 games. But tonight, the storm clears. Because Brian Wu is back home. The 25-year-old righty has been surgical in his last 5 starts. 1.78 ERA in May, 30 strikeouts, just 1 walk. And at T-Mobile, he's untouchable. A 0.93 ERA across 3 starts, holding hitters to less than a base runner per inning. He doesn't just throw strikes. He controls the rhythm. And rhythm is the one thing the Twins haven't had all month. Minnesota comes in dragging, 3 losses in their last 4, including a shutout against Tampa. Their road numbers don't lie. Just 101 runs in 29 away games, a .229 average outside of Target Field. And tonight, they send up Zebby Matthews. Young, raw, promising maybe, but not ready to duel. In 2 starts, he's allowed 6 earned. His ERA sits at 6.85. No home runs yet, but the contact has been loud, and Wu will make every base runner matter. Yes, the Twins' bullpen is strong. Yes, Buxton might return. But that doesn't erase this fact. The Mariners' top-tier closer, Andres Munoz, has been perfect. 0.71 whip, 17 saves, untouched by pressure. And if Wu delivers even 5 strong innings, that bullpen will slam the door shut. The line tells a story. And this time, the house is right. And today's AI pick is Mariners ML. Because this is about pitching, about control, about silencing a lineup that's already whispering. Seattle will not win with fireworks. They will win with angles, with zeros, with patient, suffocating baseball. Minnesota came for a fight. They'll leave with a lesson. This is Anna Anderson. Data's been verified, seals are clean. Lilith. Bring them home.
They thought the slate was soft, that no one would notice 5 little games in May, but the pale hand was watching. In Baltimore, the bats got loose. 2 teams in the basement set fire to the ceiling. Over 7.5 was never a question, just a countdown. AI pick 1, over 7.5 in White Sox versus Orioles. In Queens, Colorado brought a pillow to a gunfight. Freeland blinked, Peterson carved, and the Mets didn't win, they executed. AI pick 2, Mets 1.5 against the Rockies. Then came the swamp, Miami, where Abaddon watched a quiet flood. Both starters danced on a wire, and by inning 6, the wire snapped. AI pick 3, over 8.5 in Giants versus Marlins. Cleveland, calm and quiet, waited in the grass. The Angels brought power but no protection. The Guardians didn't swing heavy, they just closed the gates. AI pick 4, Guardians ML over the Angels. And in the dark of the West Coast night, Seattle summoned Wu. The Twins had youth, the Mariners had precision, and when silence returned, the Mariners had the win. AI pick 5, Mariners ML versus Twins. Ahora en español. Solo los sordos no escuchan la advertencia. 1. Más de 7.5 carreras en White Sox contra Orioles. 2. Mets. 1.5 contra Rockies. 3. Más de 8.5 en Giants contra Marlins. 4. Guardians línea de dinero sobre los Angels. 5. Mariners línea de dinero contra los Twins. Will we cash or will we burn? Sometimes the devil doesn't knock. He just picks the lock and lights a cigar in your living room.